Shalom, y'all. I'm Sheerah. As always, I'm sending y'all melanated vibes, and I'm back with another video. Now let's go. Alright, y'all, so welcome back to our YouTube channel, my section of our YouTube channel that I like to call Healing Teams, where I discuss all things healing, okay? So all praises be to the Most High and His Son for allowing me to even be able to sit down and talk about this. Reason being is because it's about my hair, right? It's about my locks that weren't always locked, and I wasn't as always confident in my hair as I am now. Even, like when I discussed before about just having that self-confidence and being okay and being all right with me. I'm always talking about stuff like that. I'm a natural sister. I believe in, us being natural, us being all right with what the Most High gave us, whether it comes to our skin, our body, as well as our hair and just our facial features, everything, just being all right with us, right? Now, I wasn't always like this. I had to go through some things to get to this point. You know what I mean? I had to really go through some things, y'all, and it started early on as a child. So let's talk about it. So I'm gonna say I first became very I'm gonna say insecure, and I didn't have any confidence at all in myself, and my hair was a big part of that. Was elementary school, especially leading up to middle school. Really, middle school was really bad for me. um Reason being, in elementary school, I used to get teased. I used to get picked on. I wasn't liked. I didn't really know why. I just didn't fit in. I was very awkward. And it had a lot to do with the way I felt my outer appearance. I have an older sister who has very long hair, and I used to play in her hair when I was little. I used to play in it. I used to think in my mind, like, dang, like, what the heck happened to me? Like, you know what I mean? I got the genes skipped the kids. So it was crazy. I used to think about that. And when I would go to school, I would see the other girls in their hair and stuff like that, and it would kind of make me feel very self-conscious. And so I'm gonna fast forward to around middle school, right? That's when the girls started wearing their wraps. I used to have the free flowing wraps at around that time. Anybody that's from my era, y'all know what it is. So, or they used to, just wear the hair different ways. And with me, my hair would break off. My mom would perm it. My mom gave me my first perm when I was 2, because she would say my hair was nappy. My hair was nappy, and they would even talk about, they had the clucker balls that used to put around your hair. They would say, my mom would talk about how those would pop off. And what do they call it, the barrettes that they used to put at the end of, the little girls' little ponytails or whatever, that they would pop off my hair. That's what my family members told me what would happen, and they would refer to my hair as nappy. My grandmother, my mom's mom, would always try to put a hot comb to my hair. Those old school hot combs you warm up on the stove. Put it to my, used to burn the back of my ears and all of that. So, and I was just always told, I know she used to always say, my grandmother would always say when she was combing my hair, like, this stuff, and it's so nappy, and I don't even know how your mama deal with this stuff, and she don't need to flat out, or hot comb it, or whatever the case. Like, she would just be fussing about how nappy my hair was, you know what I mean? And it was just hard to deal with, and she just needed to straighten it. It needed to be straight. It needed to be straight. You know what I mean? Any wrinkle, any crinkle is nappy. You know what I mean? And that was just forced into my head. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of, I'm sure, other women of my melanin, definitely had to deal with the same thing, as well as with our children. Some of us who aren't aware of who we are and what the standard of beauty is in the Most High's eyes. The standard of beauty here in America, you know what I mean, they tried to flip that on us, or they did flip that on us. So that was literally what was pushed into me. So I really didn't have that confidence going into the school system. So fast forward, like I said, when I got to middle school, I was very self-conscious about myself, very aware that I was awkward, very just tight, because I felt like I couldn't loosen up, I couldn't be myself. And because of that, of course, I stood out. I never fit in. I would get teased, I would get picked on, I was bullied from literally from the school bus to the hallways to PE. I was bullied and picked on until I had my first fight, but that's another story. After that, things got better before I got to high school. But I never fit in, you know what I mean? And I would always have to straighten my hair and straighten my hair and straighten my hair to where I was getting perms every 6 weeks. By the time I got to high school, I was getting perms and wearing roller wraps every 6 weeks, to where when I was in middle, as well as when I was in middle school as well as high school, my hair broke off so bad to where I had straight hair because I was getting perms, so I had straight hair on my head that I couldn't even pull into a ponytail because it was so broke off, like in the middle of my head, hair broke off on the sides, around the sides, my my edges. Just I always had edges, but they were just thinning out from the perms. You know what I mean? And my hair just, it wouldn't grow. When it would grow, as my hair would grow, it would break. Y'all, these are the pictures that I found of my hair back when I was getting it permed, and it would grow and break and grow and break. But this is how it looked along with a picture of it when it was damaged. As it would grow, it would break. So it wasn't that my hair wasn't growing, it just wouldn't stay on my head because it wasn't being properly maintained and taken care of. So like my mom would take me to the salon to get perms, but then sometimes she wouldn't, or we wouldn't be able to afford it. You know what I mean? Because my mom was like a single parent around that time with me. So it just became just a back and forth issue with me, with my confidence with my hair, to where it balanced out a little bit when I got into high school, and I would wear my hair, and I got into weave. Oh my goodness. The glue ends, oh my goodness. Y'all, this was straight tracks just glued down over a cap with my hair underneath it, either braided or just pulled back. I used to faithfully do this for real. Laying all your hair back, putting the cap on top of it, and gluing the tracks down to your head. What was I thinking? Like, what the heck? It was crazy. So, and then of course, homegirls and people around me, they were doing the same things to their hair, you know what I'm saying? Or some one sister might be able to afford to really maintain and take care of her hair underneath that wave cap, you know what I mean? And pay for her weave, and you know what I mean? And I was a teenager, upper teenager, and just getting into adulthood, you know what I mean? So I had my own place, fast forward to I had my own place, and I would just literally focus on like weave. My weave was my concern. My hair weave was my concern. That's all I knew, was that my hair had to look a certain way. It had to be a certain way. You know what I mean? Because my natural hair growing out my scalp wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough for me. It wasn't good enough for me. So when I think back on it, it's crazy, but it wasn't good enough for me. And then of course, I got into the wigs after that. So lace fronts, when they first came out and people really started wearing them, a mess. Do you hear me? It was a mess. I did not know what I was doing, but I made it work for me at that time. It was no more really even a point in taking care of your real hair. You just only focusing on the weave at that point. And I know that's what happened with me. And that doesn't happen with everyone. It doesn't happen with everyone, but this is my story. That's what happened with me. I would still do the same thing. I would still get perms, and I would still do that to my hair, until I made it to a certain point in life, right? I made it to a certain point in life where I was just tired of perming my hair. I said, well, you know what? I'm going to just stop perming it. I'm going to just go natural. So I call myself transitioning into becoming a natural sister, as far as the hair was concerned. And, I was like, okay, I'm not going to cut my hair off, which, again, it was already breaking off or whatever, but I still just had to hold on to it. This damaged hair and these split ends. I had to hold on to it. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to just let it grow under a cap with a wig on top of it, okay? And of course they came out with the lace front, so I got glue around my edges of my hair trying to hold this wig down, you know what I'm saying, as well. And I wasn't getting it professionally done, so I'm doing this myself, or my homegirls doing it, you know what I mean, doing that as well, while I'm trying to let my hair grow out natural underneath it. Had never really seen my whole head really natural before, except when I seen that little bit, and then I know it's time for a perm, right? So I'm not knowing how my hair is gonna look. Go to the salon, a sister that my mom had me going to when I was younger. So I call her, make an appointment, go see her, and she's like, your hair is popping off. It's like, she's like, yeah, your natural hair that's coming out is popping off the permed hair. I'm like, what? I'm like, wait, what? So she's like, yeah. So I put my hand in the back of my head. I'm like, oh Lord, there's no hair. Like, well, there's hair, but it's like it was thin. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, you know what? I still tried to hold on to it. I still tried to hold on to my hair, y'all. But you know, I went through this phase in life where I made it to this point in life. I'm gonna say not phase. I made it to a point in my life where I was like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm tired. You know what I mean? I'm tired. Okay. I got on this I'm all right with me kick. You know, I started doing a lot of soul searching, a lot of finding myself. That's when I first got introduced to healing. And it was a lot that came along with that, but this is just about my hair journey. So it was a lot that came along with that, but I first got introduced to healing, y'all. That's when I finally got on a soul searching journey. I was on my India Ari, I am not my hair. I was like, you know what? Went back, think like the following week, cut it all off. Cut it all off. You know what I mean? Cut it all off, okay? So I got home, took my, because I had like a cat on, little cap on, took my cap off, looked in the mirror. I was just like I was still in shock that I had cut it off. I cut it all off, okay? I cut it all off. I'm gonna definitely insert some pictures in here so y'all can see.
And when I say all off, y'all, I literally mean I cut my hair all off. And I did not care what nobody thought. I rocked it. I was happy. I was content. And I was good.
And from there, I went to y'all. I just would reflect back on pretty much the story that I've told y'all about how everything that I went through school, me trying to keep my hair straight. My hair's not meant to be straight. Like, it was just, you know what I mean? It's not meant to be straight. I have very strong hair. It grows toward the sky. You know what I mean? It grows toward the sky. And it was just, I was really getting into my natural, you know what I'm saying? Just, I want to be who I am type thing. You know what I'm saying? So I still kept putting on wigs on top of my hair when it was short, and when I would wear wigs, but then I would take it off and I would wear my hair natural. So I was kind of transitioning over to leaving the weave alone and just kind of being all right with who I am, you know what I'm saying, and how my hair look, how I look, whether I have a head full of hair or whether I don't have none. So I just started loving on myself more. You know what I mean? That was my first point in my life where I really started to become me now, you know what I mean, to transitioning into the woman that I am now. So y'all, after that, my hair started growing out. I decided started, you know, getting a little higher. I decided to bleach it.
Yeah, what, sis?
Come on, somebody. I decided to bleach it, okay? I bleached my hair. My hair was red, like red. Like, my favorite color is red. It was red. Let me insert some pictures again.
Yes, y'all, I did that. But I felt so free. It was honestly a part of me not caring what anyone thought about me. I was truly free and I was happy.
You know, and it's crazy because I just didn't get it still. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just starting this soul searching, just started this finding myself. I'm all right with me. I'm cool with it. But then again, it's like I didn't really understand with the chemicals and stuff in my hair. It's still changing the texture of my hair, y'all. So put it in there. I'm walking around with this low cut. You know what I'm saying? I'm all right with me. Everybody, I remember I was working for a company at the time, and I would go to work and some of my coworkers would be staring at me, then some would be like, I love that. They'll, you know what I mean? But it was to the point where I really got, that was when I first got to not really caring about what other people thought about me. It was new for me. It was new because I would always care. Think back to what I said when I was in school. I would be self-conscious, concerned about what other people thought about me. I had finally got to a point where I did not care. They could like it, they could love it. I didn't care no more what they thought, right? So it was just like, I like my hair like this. I'm gonna stay natural. So I'm like, okay, I'll praise be to the Most High. My hair grew out long enough for me to grip it. And so I would start wearing like Molly twist in my hair. It was still with weave, but with more of you know, that texture hair that was similar to my texture hair.
This was my style, y'all. Like, this was my go-to. This is how I preferred to wear my hair. I loved it.
So I started to wear, okay, I will only wear that. So I stopped with the wigs, I stopped with the weaves, I stopped with the straight hair. All praises to the Most High and His Son. Okay, I stopped with all of that. And I just got to a place where, you know, I was like, okay, I'm gonna just either I'm wearing my natural hair, or I'm gonna wear these kinky twists or these Marley twists or whatever. And I rocked that out. I rocked that out until my hair grew out to where I had a fro.
Black girl magic, okay? When I tell y'all, I was so very pleased with my natural hair. All praises to the Most High.
You know what I'm saying? I had a fro. My natural hair was finally there. It was fine. I was like, okay, I'm doing twist styles. You know what I mean? I already knew I was never perm my hair again. And somewhere in between there, which was right after I cut my hair off real short, I came into the truth. So you know I wasn't going back. I wasn't going back to straight to perms or to straight hairs or anything. I never even silk pressed or straightened my hair at all. Once I went natural, a flat iron has never been on my natural hair. I've never straightened it. I didn't see a reason to. I know some sisters will straighten their hair because they do lens checks. I didn't see a reason to, so I didn't do it. I would say I want to, but I never really fully went. I never went with that, you know. And at one point, I was like, I should have did that before I locked my hair. And I was like, for what? For what? My hair is not meant to be straight. So about 2 years ago, because it's really only been like a year and 11 months. My lock anniversary is April 7th, which is when I got locked, which was April 7th, 2019. I don't know why I be thinking it's been longer than that. Maybe it just feels longer than that. I've only been locked for a year and 11 months. So 2 years next month. And I decided to go get locks. I made an appointment to allow this young lady out in Houston, because I was staying in Houston at the time, to lock my hair. So she started my locks and all of that. I'm gonna have to post a clip from that. Today is the beginning of my lock journey. How you feel about me getting locks?
I feel happy.
Can I see it? Sarah, let's see. Hello. I'm satisfied with the thickness of them and everything, y'all. All praises.
A beautiful beginning to a beautiful journey for real.
But yeah, so she did that for me, and I was locked at that point. My king liked it, I liked it, and it just started this whole new journey for me. Like when I got locked, it was like, ooh, you know what I mean? So after that, I would still sometimes even do Marley twist still. I would still take I would take the hair and just kind of time over my locks and lock them down like that. I did that for when I went to go have Zayana. So, and y'all know, I have 4 daughters now. At the time, I had 3 daughters. So I had just decided that this was the lifestyle that I wanted to live. I feel like I can be more free with this, with this hairstyle, as well as my daughters just the same. So if anybody don't know, I'm a lock mama with a bunch of lock babies running around. So
The decision to lock all of my children's hair is one that I do not regret. Shout out to my king for allowing me to be free and make that decision with their hair. I love it. They love it. I know they live a free lifestyle with their hair, and so do I. You know what I mean? We just a locked family over here. You know, I'm a lock mama with a bunch of lock babies, and I always say that, and I do not regret it, and I love it. I love it. I love it. We're not changing.
all my children have locks except my youngest one, which is Zayana, and she's 1, and she will be locked soon. Okay. She has a head full of hair, and her hair is pretty thick, so I'm not ready yet, but Lord willing, when she makes 2.5, we shall see. Then I have everybody will be done. You know what I mean? So I do their hair, I do our retwist. It was the first time when I got my hair eventually locked, as well as maybe one time when I was pregnant. I want to say I did allow someone else in my head. Now I do my hair, and my king, he'll wash my hair for me. He'll do my herbal tea rinses for me. He'll do he'll just help me with my hair, like if I need him to help me with my hair. So all praise be to the Most High. It's been a beautiful journey since I've been locked. This is the best thing that I could have ever done for my hair. Is like it. I've had a horrible experience with my hair just throughout my life. You know what I'm saying? And you know, me combining the story and trying to tell it to y'all as quickly as possible. You know, it even just thinking back on it. You know what I mean? It even feels weird sometimes, but I definitely give all praises be to the Most High and His Son. You know, for where I am now in my lock journey. I'm very satisfied with my hair. It feels free. I feel free. I feel all right with me. I feel comfortable. I feel confident in my hair. So, lock healing, right? Lock healing. So, um, my lock journey has been beautiful, as I stated before, but it hasn't always been on the up and up. It's had some downs to it. So I'm gonna say about a year ago, I had some trauma happen to my locks. One of my locks was pulled out. It was detrimental for me. It was a horrific experience for me, but you know, I was able to heal from that. You know what I mean? I was able to heal from that, but at the time, it was very, very hard for me to deal with, and it was pulled out from the root. So my hair was like my scalp was like this. It was like this, and it was like a spot about one full lock, one foot. My locks are very thick, so one full lock. Um, and I was like paranoid at one point. Like, I'm googling, is my hair gonna grow back? Because literally, it was nothing there.
This is what it looked like, y'all. It was a nice size, so this was very detrimental to me.
And I was like, oh man. And it was like, you can't tell, you know what I mean? I had my family members and people that are close to me. It's like, you can't tell. But it wasn't the point. It wasn't the point that whether you could tell or not. It was the point of what, because I had just got to a place in my walk where I was comfortable and confident in my hair. I was happy with my hair. I was finally happy with the decision that I made when it came down to my hair. And it felt like that was like being snatched away real quick. But it wasn't. It wasn't. And I had to just understand that, because we were quick to say, oh, Satan, Satan, Satan. But I'm like, nah, it could have been the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Could definitely be the Most High. You know what I mean? The Most High takes us through different things and different experiences on our walks for many different reasons. And I know that I'm covered and protected by the Most High. Anything that happens to me on this walk is not by chance. I don't believe in coincidence. I believe in the Lord's will, right? So I had to just come through that. You know what I mean? I had to fight my way to healing on that. You know what I mean? And over time, it took a while, but over time it started to grow and grow and grow. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna just take this hair, I'm gonna connect it with another lock, or no, I'm gonna get my lock put back in. So I saved it, y'all. This was my lock that was pulled out. Y'all see it? And it was pulled out from the root. So at the time, this was a year ago. So literally, I'm gonna throw this away. I'm gonna throw this away actually, because I had a conversation with a dear sister to me, and the end result is this lock is no longer servicing me, and it's no reason to get it put back in. This hair is dead now. This hair is dead now, and the locks in my hair that's growing from my scalp is growing with me. You know what I mean? It's growing with me along my journey. You know what I'm saying? And I look at my locks I look at it very spiritual. I look at my lock journey very spiritual, and I don't take this lightly at all. You know what I mean? And honestly, as I grow, my hair grows. Things that I'm going through, some things had to be cut off and die. You know what I mean? Like the 2/3. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. Just like we have to shed some things off of us when we come into the truth, we got to purge some things out of us. This is just a part of my journey. And the lock, let me show y'all. Let me find it. Here it is now. Here it is, y'all. That's about how long it is now. I don't know if y'all can see. That's about how long it is now. And over time,
So that y'all can have a better view, there go my little reborn right there. Not newborn, but reborn. That's how my hair looks from the back. It still looks, the same. Sometimes it lays down, sometimes it sticks out. I don't apply pressure to it. I just let it do its thing. I let my lock freeform and, just be free. All praises to the Most High.
will grow and thicken as the rest of my locks. I don't twist my hair too much. Y'all know I try to be as freeformed as I possibly can with my hair, but I'm just gonna let it grow and do its own thing. I was gonna connect it with another lock, but then I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna let it grow and do its own thing for now. You know what I mean? All praises be to the Most High. We definitely have to come into a journey of healing, and whatever be it the Most High's will is whatever be it the Most High's will. I'm not gonna get something that died reattached to me. You know what I mean? It died. You know what I'm saying? So I want to share that with y'all, and all praises be to the Most High, for that understanding. You know what I mean? So all praises be to the Most High and His Son, y'all. I just want to motivate and inspire any sister out there. You know what I mean? Whatever your journey is, even if you don't have locks, whatever your journey is, just embrace the you that the Most High allowed to grow out of your scalp. You know what I mean? Embrace that, and we gotta let go and grow from that little girl that used to be. You know what I mean? And grow into the woman that we are now, and it's so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever let nobody tell you that it's not. Not society, not nobody. You know what I mean? You're beautiful. We're beautiful. You know what I mean? Us Israelite women are amazing. You know what I mean? Far above rubies, virtuous. You feel me? So all praise be to the Most High and His Son. You know what I mean? Everyone might not look at their journey or their hair as spiritual as I look at my locks. You know what I mean? And that's fine. But I know for me and for my journey, I'm going to continue to, heal and continue to seek healing through my hair and everything else that's around me. You know what I mean? Just vibrating on that same level of healing, that same frequency, when it comes to different levels of my life. You know what I mean? So all praises be to the Most High for that. I'm not gonna stop getting dead hair and anything that's dead. That's the part of the old you. That's a part of the old me. You know what I mean? This is a part of the old me. I don't want that back. You know what I mean? So I pray y'all could feel that. I pray y'all could feel that. Alright, y'all, so that's it for this video. The water for watching. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, and shalom. See y'all in the next video.